Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Emily. I am director and co-producer of this show, Jurassic Farce, which we put together for Extinction Rebellion because we are very concerned about the climate and ecological situation. I hope you all enjoy the show. I hope you look at the program, and there are some things that you can do if you are equally concerned after when you go home. And if you have any questions for us, if you want to learn more about what we're doing, about Extinction Rebellion, about life, we're all just wandering around, many of us wearing dinosaur masks. Enjoy the show.
66 million years ago, planet Earth faces a crisis. Scientists have detected a giant meteor hurtling towards Earth and threatening all life. Leading politicians from both political parties debate solutions to this crisis. This may be their only chance to save the planet and themselves. In this corner, weighing in at 20,000 pounds from the Evanston Formation, representing the Blue Party, Triceratops! And in this corner, weighing 30,000 pounds from the Hell Creek Formation, representing the Red Party, Tyrannosaurus Rex! Gentle saws, there is a giant meteor hurtling towards our planet that threatens to destroy all life as we know it. Scientists claim there is little time left to act. What is your solution to this dire crisis?
Thank you for the question. Serious problems like this require big sacrifices and serious solutions. That's why, when I'm elected, every dinosaur den will switch to meteor-resistant light bulbs within the next 10 years.
And how will these light bulbs help?
Well, these new meteor-resistant light bulbs have been proven to reduce the impact of meteors by 0.000000038%. If we can install 3,000 of these light bulbs in every household, we can deflect this meteor.
Nonsense. There is no meteor. This is all just a hoax by Big Light Bulb and the liberal meteor trying to scare you into giving up your freedoms.
But 97% of meteorologists agree that there most certainly is a meteor headed our way. Plus, I can see it right there.
Who are you gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes?
You've both given us a lot to think about. Before we hear from our sponsors, do you have any final words?
In summation, I want to make sure that whatever I propose will not upset my wine cave donors or disrupt the status quo.
And I'll make sure that whatever I propose will benefit me. I mean, T-Rex. I mean, all dinosaurs will benefit, and we can make Pangea great again.
These politicians are all talk. They're not going to solve anything. They just want to get elected.
Yeah! They want our vote on election day, but they really work for their big money donors. not us.
It's too bad we only have these two choices. The two parties care more about knocking each other down than getting stuff done.
It stinks, but it's the best system we have. What do you want to do? Hold a referendum? Remember T-Rexit? That went well.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll just have to hold our noses and vote for the lesser evil.
Mom, Dad, don't be such dinosaurs. Participatory democracy is where it's at. We need a citizens' assembly.
Oh, a citizens' assembly? What's that?
Yeah, I never heard of the Citizens' Assembly before. Sounds complicated and weird.
Well, let me explain. First, you start with a mandate. What's the issue at hand? Then you pose a question. What actions can we take? What is our best plan? Then you invite randomly selected ordinary folks who represent their population instead of billionaires like Jeff Bezos. Citizens Assembly, the people assemble a plan. Step right up, step right up. We need ordinary dinosaurs to collaborate on a plan to address the meteor crisis. Regular people only here. No corporate lobbyists or politicians only concerned with their next campaign. You there, with the glasses, want to participate in participatory democracy? Step right up. And you over there, help add your wisdom to the wisdom of the crowd. We don't have enough herbivores in the group, and we need your perspective. They hear a lot from experts to make an informed decision. Thank you, Beaker, for your thoughts on interstellar collisions. They investigate the issue from every point of view. Trained facilitators keep them on track as they talk and talk it through. It's a thorough process tackling complex issues at hand. Citizens Assembly, the people assemble a plan. Oh, Citizens Assembly, the people assemble a plan. All right, Citizens Assembly, on how to survive a deadly meteor. You've all discussed the issue thoroughly. Now, what are your findings?
Well, after careful deliberation, we've determined that the best solution would be for all of the dinosaurs of the world to gather on one side of the planet, hold hands, and jump as the meteor approaches. That will shift the Earth out of its orbit just enough to dodge certain death and save us all.
Gee, mister, we'd sure have to put all our differences aside to all hold hands and jump at the same time.
That's right, Billy. But it'll all be worth it to avoid extinction so that little dinosaurs like yourself can have a bright future.
Okay, everybody, there's not much time to spare. Everyone hold hands. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Bitsy would like to say a few words. We've got, if you don't have a program, make sure you get one because it has lots more information and things you can do if you want to help save the planet. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. I am so happy that we were able to be here for the premiere, the world premiere of Citas Theater's Jurassic Farce. What did everybody think? Wasn't it amazing? You get a big cheer for everybody who put so much work into it. It was so wonderful. And I really appreciate the opportunity to come up and talk to you a little bit more about what citizens assemblies are and what we're doing in this moment with Extinction Rebellion. So it's going to start a little heavy, and then it's going to get a lot better. And now is a really scary time. I recently read a report by the Bipartisan Transition Integrity Project, and we should all prepare for things to get a lot worse before they get better. It's very likely that our current president will do whatever it takes to hold on to power, regardless of the outcome of the election. There's going to be gaslighting claims of rampant voter fraud, escalating violence, and we won't know who will be in the Oval Office until late January 2021. So as we prepare, we should know that we can support our local board of elections and defend what the late John Lewis called the most powerful nonviolent tool in our democracy, we have in democracy, our vote. Finally, a show of numbers and actions in the streets will be decisive factors in determining a just and legitimate outcome for the 2020 election. From day one, Extinction Rebellion has been wholly committed to nonviolent direct action. We've been practicing for a while now, and this fall we're going to shine. You're going to see a lot of us. We're going to be in the streets mobilizing 3.5% of the population to achieve system change and implement citizens' assemblies with nonviolent strategies and tactics. It's what our movement was born to do, and it's in our DNA. Our next nonviolent direct action training is Thursday, September 24th, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Please join us. Tell your friends. It's in your program. You can register online at xrr.nyc/events. Our government is failing us. The evidence is all around us. It wasn't designed by or for us, and it isn't led by us either. As my dear friend and political mentor Sherry Davis says, government is the people who show up, but really it's the people who can show up. Our government is led by people able to raise tens of thousands of dollars to win elected office, or who have enough resources to donate their time and energy in exchange for political power. So what does a better government look like? Let's imagine this. Imagine you're at home cooking dinner and there's a knock on the door and there's a person with a clipboard and they offer you a part-time job. It's just 20 hours a month for 6 months and the pay isn't great. It's only minimum wage. But childcare and transportation are provided and all in-person meetings are catered. You show up for your first day of work and you walk into a room with your new coworkers. 500 of your neighbors that authentically represent the tapestry of cultures that call New York City home. Only a third of the people in the room are white. A quarter are black, a quarter Latinx, and about 1 in 7 are Asian. Half the people there speak another language. A third were born outside the US. So you sit down at a table with 9 of your New York City neighbors. There's 1 person over the age of 65 and 2 under the age of 18. 1 person who makes over $105,000 a year and 2 that are living in poverty. At least 1 or 2 people at that table can't vote. And of the 6 that are registered, only 1 or 2 voted in the last citywide election. So what would it feel like to sit at that table? What kind of conversations do you think you would have? Your part-time job over the next 6 months is to collaborate with your neighbors and city agencies and co-create part of a comprehensive climate and ecological justice-centered plan for the future of New York City and the recovery from the intersectional crises that we currently face. You might be in the food systems group, transportation, sea rise, energy, waste management, or any of a myriad of issues that we currently face as a city. Through a series of organized and facilitated meetings, you and your neighbors learn from diverse experts, hear from a wide array of stakeholders with lived experience, have hard conversations, find common ground, and co-design pathways to a resilient and successful future for our city. And this is what a citizens' assembly could look like. This is what a government of, by, and for the people could look like. A trauma-informed government that gives all people a voice in community actualization and amplifies the voices of those who have been impacted the most. It's a government where we and all our neighbors take turns as civic leaders. So, what do we do now? It sounds like a lot. But now more than ever, our elected city officials know deep down how desperately they need to work with the people of our city. Already, just through one conversation started by members of a neighborhood Extinction Rebellion group, Councilman Ben Kallos has declared support for a citizens' assembly I just described. Let's hear it for Ben Kallos. Let's hear it for our electeds who want to work with us. So imagine how much support we could get if we mobilize together to spread awareness and build pressure. In your program, there is a call to take action. There is a link at the bottom where you can go to xrr.nyc/tell 'em and put in your address, you can send an email directly to your elected city council member with a script that's asking them to commit to do a citizens assembly in New York City. And even if the current city council isn't up to the task, there are a ton of reasons to get excited. In June 22nd, 2021, we will vote using ranked choice voting for candidates for citywide general election in November. And on January 1st, 2022, over half of city government will step into power for the first time. 70% of city council, 4 of the 5 borough president's offices, the mayor and the comptroller will all be up for grabs in 2021 because of term limits. So this is our once in a lifetime chance for New York City to radically transform our government and start laying the groundwork for a better future for all of us. So get to know your elected officials, get to know your candidates, get involved with Extinction Rebellion. We will be at Columbus Circle tomorrow to prepare for the march. The Climate Justice is through Racial Justice March. And so please come and meet us there. We will be in the corner of the park that's not exactly sure how to describe it, but it's where we had our last Rebel Fest when we were up there. And finally, just one more time, we have our direct action, our nonviolent direct action trainings online. We're going to be doing a lot of them in preparation for the violence that we expect in the streets this fall. We can get through this together, and we will get through this together. So thank you all for your time. Thank you, Emily, for giving me the mic, and hope to see you.
This concludes the live streaming today in Facebook. Thank you, everybody, our speakers, and the Jurassic Farce show, which was just amazing. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the march. We'll begin the live streaming at 1. Thank you very much.